Hey friends, I just got done with a run and I wanted to share a little piece of information I learned today through the Heroic program about breathing. Mouth breathing versus nose breathing. Someone once said we should be breathing through our mouth as often as we should be eating through our nose. Why is it bad to breathe through our mouth? When you breathe through your mouth, you're actually inducing your body's flight or fight response. So your heart rate goes up, your stress levels go up, and your anxiety levels go up. Also, when we breathe through our mouth, typically we're shallow breathing into our chest and we're breathing more breaths per minute. Why is breathing more actually bad for you and less effective than breathing slower, longer breaths? When you shallow breathe, you're lowering the levels of CO2 in your lungs. If you know about blood flow and oxygen transfer to your muscles and tissues, our blood carries oxygen through the hemoglobin, or the red blood cells of our blood, into our muscles and our tissues, and it releases that oxygen when in the presence of CO2. So having lower levels of CO2 in the bloodstream is actually less effective in getting oxygen to your muscles and tissues. So by breathing shallow breaths and breathing more frequently, you're actually not getting as much oxygen as you could be by taking deeper, longer, slower breaths. How do we want to breathe? Well, we should always be breathing through our nose. Breathing through your nose filters, conditions, and also humidifies the air, and it helps us breathe deeper into our abdomen. If you think about the shape of our lungs are more narrow than they are at the top than they are at the bottom. And the lower part of our lungs have more blood flow going through them. So when we take a deep, slow breath in through our nose, we're getting more oxygen down to that lower part of the lungs, transferring more oxygen into the blood cells. And then we want to be slowly exhaling to let the carbon dioxide build up in our bloodstream and allow our hemoglobin to transfer that oxygen to our muscle tissues. I learned all of this through the Heroic app in a book called The Oxygen Advantage. I also recently finished a book called Breath, A New Science to a Lost Art. A tip of breathing that I like to do every day is I take in a breath through my nose. I inhale for 6 seconds. I hold for 1 second at the top, and then I'll exhale for 8 seconds all the way down until my lungs are empty, and sometimes I'll even hold for 1 second at the bottom. Doing this slows my heart rate, allows my body to be conditioned to taking in or being more comfortable with higher CO2 levels, so that way I can effectively get oxygen to my muscles and tissues like when I'm running. P.S. When I run, I am only breathing through my nose. Do not breathe through your mouth when you run. That's your tip of the day. If you want any information, check out the link below, and have a good day.